I was a pretty introvert type of person. So,
Mhm.
such programs actually, force you to come out of your shell.
All right, perfect. A very good evening, Gunveen. Thank you so much for being part of this call. And whatever you share throughout the next 10 to 15 minutes of this conversation will really be helpful for the current youth influencers and youth leaders with whom we are working with. All right, and to start off with, to actually start off this conversation, I would like to know from your side on how you have actually started off in the ULead program. How were the first set of 10 to 15 days in the journey?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you for having me here. I hope we have a great time talking with each other.
Definitely.
So, starting off, I joined Unschool in April
Yeah.
as a youth influencer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got in around 4th April. So I got through my initial targets within the first 15 days, which was not easy, which was hard, but it was also a very rewarding experience once you're done with that.
Yeah.
After that, I was like promoted to the team leader rank. And I also had the opportunity to work with amazing people from pan India level because Ant School works in such a big scale. So that has been a good experience. And also, I feel once you become a youth leader, you are accountable for a good internship experience of interns and people who are working under you. So I think that placed a lot of responsibility on my shoulders also. And I was kind of forced to, enhance my current skill set and the knowledge base that I have so that I could be an effective leader. So yes, the journey has been continuing ever since, and it has been almost 9 months I have been associated with the organization.
Perfect. So I have an interesting question from my side to you, Gunveen, is if I'm not wrong, you haven't been to college for like 1.5 to 2 years
Exactly during the
post
COVID period. Yeah.
post the pandemic
Yeah.
period. How did an internship like this, how did a program like this help you nurture your skills? Because
Right.
I can definitely imagine that not going to college for 1.5 to 2 years is pretty hard. We are losing a lot, right? We're losing a lot in terms of exposure.
Yeah.
Do you feel that those were not completely, but kind of covered up
Yeah.
with these kinds of programs that you were part of?
Exactly. So I think during the 1.5 years we were stuck at home, these are like the crucial years for the first and second year students where they
Yeah.
actually join various clubs in college,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
become a part of various
Yeah.
communities. So I think that was not there.
Yeah.
So we were forced to like sit at home in front of our laptops and do internships and work from home experiences. So
Mhm.
even before the COVID period, I think I was a pretty introvert type of person. So,
Mhm.
such programs actually, force you to come out of your shell, like, and, talk with people, meet with new people. So, this itself is a very good experience. You get to learn how to talk on a professional level
Yeah.
with placement coordinators, students, stuff like
Mhm.
that. So, I
Mhm.
feel internships are important in that way because they
Mhm.
give you like a real life experience of the corporate world. So,
Mhm.
you can function and perform better in the corporate world if you have had the internship
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So moving on, what were those challenges that you had faced initially that helped you get good learning outcomes, right? So when I say good learning outcomes, every skill that you actually possess or learn eventually comes out by doing something which is hard or which
Yeah.
is challenging. So if
Yes.
I were to ask you what were those challenges that you faced initially, which probably helped you earn good learning outcomes and be good at few things, what are those one or two things, the
Okay.
challenges and those one or two learning outcomes?
Right. So sales and marketing itself is a very hard thing to do,
Yeah.
right? But I feel it is a skill that everyone should have, no
Mm-hmm.
matter which background you're from, even if
Mm-hmm.
you're from BBA, BCom, MBA
Yeah.
backgrounds,
Yeah.
even if you're from the science background. I
Mm-hmm.
think we all reach a point in life where we have to market ourselves to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even if you're sitting after your MBA, after doing your CAT, you're sitting for an interview for a company, you have to go through a series of group discussions, personal interviews.
Yes.
So you are like marketing your personality to those
Yes.
people. Even a doctor, he has to like market his personality to his patients so that
Yeah.
they come back to him and pay him good money
Yeah.
and, get treatment from him. So I feel sales and marketing itself is a skill that I learned from this internship. And as a youth influencer, we have to do sales. So I feel everybody joins an internship with very high hopes that okay, those 16 courses, it's a very less number. We'll do it in like 2 days. But that does not
Mm-hmm.
happen. Reality
Mm-hmm.
kicks in. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to change our strategies. We have to adopt new strategies. So I think strategic thinking and
Yeah.
some sales and marketing skills is
Yeah.
what I learned from this
Yeah.
internship basically.
Yeah. So I mean, when you talk about strategic thinking, I
Yeah.
personally believe that strategy is very, very much undermined. All
Yeah.
right. People do not give importance to strategy. Okay. So through the period of your tenure, you're still working with us right now. So through this period, can you share any of those instances where you actually had to strategize something with your teams,
Yeah.
let it be in specific regions where we had to get into and create that impact with our brand presence? So
Yeah.
can you share any of those scenarios when
Right.
you worked on a strategy
Yeah.
and it was a success? I mean, leave about the magnitude of the success, but it was a success. So can you share any of those instances where you had
Right. Right.
strategy, it worked well?
So yeah. So I had a team from Ludhiana once. So Ludhiana is a very hot market. I have explored it to some extent, but I think it is still yet to be explored. So the problem they were facing is most of the people they were pitching to, right? They did not need an online course and they were not at all interested in education. They were like, okay, I have a family business. I have to step into the family business. Why would I need a course from you? Okay, so the team was facing a lot of problems. So I explained them the concept of tier one, tier two, and tier three colleges. Right. So I told them that your target is not those rich people. Your target is like the middle class audience who are trying to compete with tier one students at this point and who are trying to compete with this businessman type of people who actually pay money and get seats somewhere. So I told them that you have to convince these middle class people that okay, this is a very good opportunity for them. They're getting internship experience, they're getting project experience after they complete their courses. And I was actually shocked that this strategy did work. And finding such people is easy. You find them, there are a lot of social media sites these days and a lot of groups where you can find such people. And I was surprised that even CAs, right, people who were doing CA, they were also interested in courses like financial modeling and stock markets. So this strategy worked well for me. Also, another thing I have observed is that in Orissa, okay, people prefer offline education more than online education. So parents are not very open to sending their students to like online courses. They're more open to like sending them to a class, like a tuition class. Right. So there also again we had to strategize. We formed a strategy. What we did was we talked to those parents in a wide scale. See, if you convince a parent about
Yeah.
something, the child is automatically convinced
Yeah.
because in India, parents are actually paying you the money for courses,
Mm-hmm.
right? Most of the times. So it's like uh, if you impress the parent would actually pick the child by the collar and make them sit in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
That talk to her. She has something good for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's the deal. So these were two strategies that I think worked well for me.
Understood. All right. So what do you think about the online education system in our country? uh, uh, do you believe that it's making enough impact? When I say impact, do you think that we are actually helping out people out there who want to upskill, in different fields of study, or how much better can we do in
Okay.
that particular?
Are we talking about online education in colleges or the other edutech companies out there? What are we
We are
referring to?
talking about edutechs.
Okay, edutech companies, right. So I feel, yes, we are doing good on a certain scale, but I
Yeah,
think a lot of mindset shifting needs to take place at this
yeah,
point.
yeah,
So in India, there is, I think, certain mindset issues that are there. People are more inclined to go to offline classes and physical colleges, but I feel there is a liberty that online education, the edutech world provides us with. That's the flexibility of timings and flexibility of location. So if I assume I have a coach, let's say a coach X who is an expert in his field, he is situated in Bangalore
yeah.
and I am situated in some city in north. So there is no way on earth that I could connect with him physically or go to him physically and have classes for him. So online education is actually empowering us, I think, to learn from industry experts while having the comfort of sitting at home. But still, I think the industry is underdeveloped at this point because I think a lot of market education
Yeah,
needs to go in.
yeah.
A lot of educational campaigns need to go in. But I think it would do great in the long run.
Understood. So coming back to the responsibility that you have held across the period of time. So as a youth leader, can you tell me the number of youth influencers with whom you have worked with, right? And over the period of time, I mean, I'm sure that it's a good number who are from
Yeah,
different colleges across the country. And how did it impact you as a
right.
lead, right? Obviously, I know that there would have been some kind of transition in yourself as a leader, from maybe the month one to the fifth month, when you have led different youth influencers. So how many
Right.
were there and how did you change as a leader?
Okay. So I don't exactly remember the
Yeah,
number,
yeah,
but I think every month I had around 100 to 110 interns who were working under me. Right. So the transition I see in myself is that maybe I was a bit underconfident in the beginning
yeah,
because you don't get the gist of it in month
yeah,
one, right? You
yeah,
need time to adapt into the
yeah,
organization and learn how the various things work, right? Various parts of the organization work. So if you compare me today to where I was 8 months back, then I feel I'm very much confident in my work now. And I think I'm very capable of leading a team of people now, right? And also, I think I did not really get how to, coordinate with various avenues of the company or the organization in the beginning. Because as a team leader, you have to like coordinate with the HR department also because they are hiring interns for you.
yeah,
And then you have to manage teams, you're getting a gist of operations also.
yeah.
So there were a lot of moving pieces in the puzzle. I had to fix them up.
Mhm, mhm.
And now I think I have all that sorted.
Understood. So, Gunveen, if you had to share something to the current youth influencers as well as the youth leaders who have just gotten into the position, uh, what would that be? What would that suggestion be?
Right. I think I am representing the Gen Z right now. So I think the Gen Z is a very is a good generation that has very high aspirations, right? They have great aspirations. They want to achieve great in life.
Yeah,
And every one of us has that entrepreneurial bug inside us that we want to fulfill. So I feel the ULead program exactly, fits into that place. And also, I feel the system of today is teaching us to be followers and it does not want us to be leaders. So I think the ULead program is like a perfect way where you can just achieve an initial target, which is not that difficult to achieve. And after that, once you become a leader, you have that chance to be that leader and prove yourself to the world out there.
adding on to what you have said, what I always strongly believe is that a good leader is a person who makes more leaders and less of followers. And I believe that's exactly what you have done.
India needs leaders at this point. See, there is a lot of unemployment, but the solution is to create more jobs. And I think it is our responsibility to do that. make startups that are actually impacting the world in a positive way and creating new jobs. So I think this is the first step for the interns, that they can start at that leadership position and grow from here onwards.
Understood. So I mean, I want to end this conversation by saying that, you know, we really hope that you have learned whatever you wanted to when you have gotten into the program, when you have signed up into the program, you know, and whatever you have shared will definitely be helpful for the current set of teams with whom we are working with. We would also want you know, youth leaders, we would also want people like you to stay in the program even after you have finished your tenure as an alumni, as a mentor, so that, you know, you can keep doing the knowledge transfer as much as possible. And yeah, thank you so much, Gunveen, for being part of this call. And you can share whatever you want to, and we can end the conversation.
Right. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk here. It was lovely talking to you. That's all I want to add.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
And
much.
all the best to everyone at Unschool.
Definitely. We'll convey the message. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.